Happy New Year 2018, top of the year. And this is going to be a fabulous year. Fabulous year. Yesterday, oh man, we cryptocurrency people, we clean house. I ain't even gonna lie. The club I'm in produced about 1,300 millionaires. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And this is just gonna be the day to go and catch them billions. All right. Ain't nobody got time. What the lady used to say, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for the drama and the shit that I hear going on now and seeing on my timeline and everything. But you know, I got a heart, and some people, ask me, Chantell, can you say some things, in regards to what has transpired with Umar Johnson? Y'all remember when I used to couldn't say his name? I used to call him Umar. Some things that had transpired, and then I was just like, you know what? I was like, basically, I really don't have nothing to say about him because he's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, which is why I titled this video Serial Mental Killers. He is doing just what a serial mental killer is supposed to do. Because the people who got the problem, it's not just him anymore. It's not him anymore. It's the people. It is the people. It is the people that follow him. It is the men who fight women like me because they want to fall on the sword for this man, but yet they don't want to admit that they're gay. Because a woman like me just don't be understanding why you want to go fight a woman. Fight a woman. Okay. And I'm happily married. I don't even know anybody would want to go there. Okay. And in Texas, don't really want to mess with no Texas folks. But you know what? People want to fight conscious men want to fight black women, because they love their Messiah. They love their massa. They love, their Umar Johnson. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay. You can love whoever you want to. You can do whatever you want to. But I tell you what, you cannot do whatever the hell you want to do and do it with me. You ain't gonna be with me. You don't be with me and do what the hell you want to do. So my thing is this year, people always talk about getting rid of stuff. I have to separate myself. Because I am so tired. But I have learned a lot. Now, I'm so tired of the mess, but I'm very rejuvenated now. But I'm so tired of the drama. I am not a part of any ministry. I'm not a part of any faith-based organization. I am not a part of the Illuminati. I am not a part of the conscious community. I am a part of what you see right here, and that's it. That is it. 100% raw. Okay. Now, I may feel like I just got out of the hospital of nigga treatment for nigga-itis. Okay. But I got cured for nigga-itis. And I am so tired of niggas. Now, I'm not talking about black folks because not all black people are niggas. Okay. I am so tired, but I have learned so much. Y'all know I'm a proponent of Neely Fuller Jr. I'm a big proponent. I'm a big proponent of the United Independent Compensatory Concept because I really understand United Independent Compensatory Concept. I believe that black folks don't need to be together unless they have a just cause that is going to lead to a viable result, and solution to be together. Because in today's society with the internet and all kinds of information that is available to you, it ain't no reason to be getting together and talking and collaborating and just spitting at each other. You know what I'm saying? Right in hell, damn Pope will probably let you go run your ass through the catacombs and look at the damn books they stole from ancient Egypt right now. Ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody even care, because this is money making season. And a lot of people is just making money and doing what they need to do. I'm like this. I got 99 problems. But baby, let me tell you, money is not fixed to be won. It's going to solve those problems. And we black people have an opportunity today to solve a lot of problems on our own by pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps. Okay. The day of the Geechee is done. You do not need a master. You do not need a leader. You do not need a preacher, a pastor, a papa, a pope, or a papa either. You know what I'm saying? What you need is what you were given at birth, logic, and to do for yourself. You need to become self-sufficient and self-sustaining. But you know what? I have learned so much. Yes, and self-sufficient and self-sustaining, even in the governing global system of white supremacy. I kind of changed it up. Neely Fuller called the system of white supremacy. I call it the governing global system of white supremacy because I travel globally. I done been to about 3-4 continents. prior to last year. And my last year was a sabbatical. It was a reflection time. Because sometimes you need to sit down and reflect on some of the crazy shit you do. And Chantell had to really reflect on some of the crazy shit I done done. A crazy, and think, I got to get better. I got to get better. I got to do better. I'm still learning. I'm forever learning. I stole that from Neely Fuller. I'm going to tell you who I stole shit from. I'm still learning and forever learning. But let me tell you, I'm not messing with niggas no more. I'm not gonna talk crazy about niggas no more because I'm delivered and I'm a woman. A woman. I don't know, me and my husband be laughing at that video. Oh my God, that poor guy. But anyway, y'all know what video I'm talking about. But yes, I am on a hyped mode because I am happy and I'm going to be happy and stay happy. I have been doing some philanthropy work, doctor philanthropy, and it ain't been all good because I done learned you can't give niggas nothing. I've been trying to give niggas some cryptocurrency, some Bitcoin, some money. They be looking at me like, oh, I don't want that. I don't know what that is. That might be the New World Order or the Illuminati. I want to stay on this slave chain. I don't even know. I might not need to move. You know what I'm saying? People acting like, that little joke they tell about the parable they tell about the 2-ton elephant that's got in the circus. They got a chain around his ankle and about a stick about this big. So it ain't no taller than this pen. Stuck down in the ground, holding his one leg together. And the elephant don't move. 2 tons. He can lift the half of the damn earth up and just run amok and run over the people. But he won't move because he's been trained. He's been trained to be a circus animal. He has been trained to stay in that one place and not move. And that when he is hooked to that chain with that little minute stake in it, he better not move. He better not move, okay? Because he is only there for one thing, to be a circus animal. And I have just been dealing with so many circus animals. And I am just tired of it. But you know what? As I grow and I get older, I have to learn things. And sometimes we got to learn things the hard way. Because I'm like, I always want to help my people. I want to do for my people. I want to do so much. And my heart is still there, and I do. And I do it on a global basis. I do it with my company. I do it through my own little philanthropy, my own personal philanthropy. I give to those who let me give to them, and I give them whatever the fuck I want to give them. Okay, not what they want me to give, because that ain't giving. That's you asking and me trying to accommodate what you asking. So I give people what I want to give them. But I like giving because I like to see people come up and wow and, have better lives. And especially in a system that is oppressing, got half of us just crazy as a motherfucker. And you know what? I'm not saying that I'm not crazy either. I'm just saying that a lot of us have some serious problems that if an insane asylum was still here today, if we still had a sane asylum, half of these niggas that I done met in my day and time, and especially throughout this trial and error of me moving from stupid ass Christianity into dumb conscious community. I don't know, trying to find myself, whatever the hell I was trying to do. If we still had a sane asylums today, more than half of these niggas would be in there rocking back and forth and throwing shit up against the wall. I'm just saying, because they don't even have a mind for themselves. They don't have a mind for them. They don't even have the basic logic sense that a 5-year-old would have. I'm a granny right now. And see, I'm really talking shit. If you go to my Facebook page, I have a time where Doc talks shit, but my husband would be like, you be talking shit all the time. Doctors talk shit on Saturday, but you've been talking. Sometimes I got to talk it all the time. But, I have a new grandbaby and, and I study and I look at my grandbaby, and my grandbaby got more sense than a lot of grown folks. Okay. A lot of grown folks. And I'm talking about black people because I don't need to be talking about white folks because it just don't apply. It just don't apply. And I ain't talking about the brown, the yellow, and the red people either, because I'm not either that. I'm black. Okay. And I'm proud to be black and happy. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say about my vanilla melanin, my French vanilla melanin. I don't give a damn what you say about my hair. But I am black and I'm proud to be black. And I am going to do things for my people according to how the fuck I want to do them. So I don't need anybody asking me, well, what is she going to do? What has she done? What, you know what I'm saying? I do what I'm supposed to do. But I have been pretty perturbed, but I've also been happy at the same time, which is probably like somebody that's damn crazy. But you know what? We learned from Dr. Chris Wilson, I sure hate that ancestor passed away. We learned from Dr. Chris Wilson that the majority of all black people in society have some type of psychological problem. And usually psychological problems can be done through psychology talking and, different things like that. But I've learned that she became a psychiatrist for a reason. Because see, that's different, because they can prescribe medicines and stuff. Because half of these people they got psychiatric problems. Okay, that's why I might need to advocate for the damn asylums to come back, but people to do people right while they in them and everything. Because some people just don't need to be on the street. They just don't need to be on the street. Okay, any man, any woman who does not have a natural sense of self-sustenance, of self-sustaining, of wanting to do for self over anything else, and then after have done for self, share to do for other people, is just a waste. Just a waste. So I had titled this Serial Mind Killers. And you said, what is a serial mind killer? I be making up shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that for a long time. The white man just didn't say you can make up some stuff because you're a doctor. I've been doing that for a long time. But serial mind killer is some shit I done made up. And to me, like, a serial mind killer is like no different than a physical killer, of one that kills the body. They're a person who helps to kill the mind, the mentality. I'm not even just talking about enslaving it. I'm talking about just dead brain cells. Okay, I'm talking about cognitive tissues just rotten to the core, and the body is trying to follow it. The difference between a physical serial killer and a mental serial killer, according to Dr. Beaty, is that person is just dead and gone. This person is walking around like a zombie with a brain that's dead, and brain dead is just basically body dead, rotten corpse. And what I'm saying is we have a lot of rotten corpse in this society. We have a lot of rotten corpse, and I don't care about society. We got a lot of rotten corpse in Black America, in Black people, melanated people. People just walking around like them zombies on Walking Dead. Okay? They done. They can't be helped. They can't be saved. Okay? They are done. You know what? They didn't make these movies just for play. The Walking Dead and all these zombie movies that since what is it, George Romero, was, rest in peace for him, came out with the first zombie movie. They didn't make this for a reason. They didn't have the back in Africa zombieism and all that because these people had viable, logical minds to do shit for themselves. No, they did not. These people are just going to be in society. And a lot of us need to just learn to just let this go. Let them people go. Let them people go on with their rotten, stinking body corpses, because their brain is dead until they fall off in the ground, because there's no saving. Nothing is dead. Y'all know when people brain dead, they're going to take them off, because the body is just rotten since then. And so a serial mental killer or a serial mind killer is one who's just basically killed the brain. And that's what I've just seen. I've seen this over years, ever since this Umar stuff started. And then somebody was like, you're the one who started this stuff and this investigation and all this stuff, and you need to finish. But you know what? If you believe that, then I'm going to finish this shit. Okay? I'm going to finish this shit. It's done. It's done. Because let me tell you one thing that I know about serial killers. I've studied and researched serial killers because, I like to read and study things. And then as an educator, we have to know, how to look for certain things, even with children, because they start real small. Talk about that. If you get that little fight or flight feeling, we talk about little kids. They might be very dangerous, and you need to contact the authorities. So I did have some training over the serial killer mentality and the traits, but then I went further into my own, and serial killers like Ted Bundy, okay. Like Jack the Ripper. I don't went old school with that. Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is funny. He'd be like, hey, fat fuck. What you doing, fat fuck? The Zodiac. That's probably one of my favorite ones. The Zodiac Killer, John Wayne Gacy, who dressed up like a clown. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Oh, Iceman. Okay. He drove an ice cream truck, and was giving out ice cream to kids. These people lived regular, normal, upstanding lives. And people love them. They love these people. They even had families. They had wives. They had children. They were in big, prominent careers, But, and people, afterwards be like, I can't believe they did that. Well, you know what? They exist. And as long as we're intermingling as Black people in this system of white supremacy, There will be certain people who are melanated that pop up to have some of these traits. That's just a fact. You can go look it up and research it yourself. But the mental killer to me is the one who has to be the leader and has to be the one that's going to save the world, because he's got the information that nobody else has that's going to save the world. And he's already talking to a half-dead society, as if our ancestors who have already crossed over have not left tons and tons and tons of resources and work for us, that many of these so-called leaders are just plagiarizing and not even giving homage to those ancestors. So my thing is, you can't just blame the serial mental killer, because it's a two-way street. Even when we talk about the Stockholm syndrome, back in Stockholm, a lot of people, they have their own mind, half a mind, or whatever it is, to decide to do what they want to do. And people need to do what they want to do. And I was really thinking about this in my reflection, because y'all know I'm a Walking Dead fan, okay? I'm just going to tell you I'm a Walking Dead fan. It's something about them zombies, because it made me think about real people that I know. I remember there was this episode in CDZC. This little white lady, she was so mad because this white man, now I'm going to tell you a man, this white man wanted to save this white lady, a man and a woman. That's normal. I'm not used to that man trying to save a man bullshit. Doc ain't used to that. I'm not used to men falling on swords for other men and men wanting to fight women for other men. I'm not used to that, because that's just gay to me. You know what I'm saying? They be like, need to be saying, I'm not gay no more. They need to get delivered. I don't know why. That's so funny to me. That guy's so funny. But anyway, it was a white man. And he loved this white woman so much that, she wanted to just die. She wanted to just die. She didn't want to live in the zombie apocalypse. But he wanted to save her. And one thing she said, he did finally save her in the end. And she was so mad at him, because men are aggressive like that. And she was so mad at him. And she said, what right do you have to want to save me? I wanted to die. I wanted to die in there. I wanted to die in that. She didn't say this part. I'm adding to this. I wanted to die in that fire and burn to a crisp, in there. I wanted to feel the burn until I became nothing but ashes. That was my thespian. I added that shit to it. But anyway, it made me think, what right do we have as humans, okay? I'm talking about humans, those of us with color, melanin. What right do we have to infringe upon other people and what they want and what they want to do? So what I'm saying here, these people that want to follow this man or any other man like Umar Johnson, let them have at it. Honey, there is 7.6 billion people in this world, and the majority of them is melanated. Go save somebody who want to be saved, okay? Go save somebody who want to be saved. It's a lot of people all over the world is just like, oh, please, I will be so grateful, if you just give me a glass of clean damn water, but half these niggas, you can't even give them shit. You can't do nothing for them. They will fight you. You be like, here, nigga, here you go, a steak with some potatoes and some biscuits and gravy and some good juice and some fresh, clean water with a good pH balance, and they're going to throw the plate back at you and be like, I don't want that shit. I didn't ask you for that shit. That's the psychiatry. That's the psychological problems and the psychiatric problems that we have. Dr. Cress Welsing addressed a lot of this in her works, and which I still stand by her works and the ISIS papers. And Neely Fuller Jr. addressed a lot of these problems as well. Y'all need to join my group, or y'all need to go read that book about 5 times, because I know it's hard to swallow. It's hard to take in, but it's truth. It's truth. We live in an unjust system, and the people in the system are mentally oppressed to where it has stimulated disorders that are out of order. Okay? You can't have order and disorder reside together. So these people have problems that are out of order. We had talked about back in the past about the Jim Jones thing, but nobody, when I was a kid, I did not think as a child that the problem was Jim Jones. I really did, because I remember seeing that movie as a child. I did not think that the problem was Jim Jones. I kept asking myself, why did people drinking that Kool-Aid and it's got cyanide in it? Why did people want to kill themselves? Why do they want to do it? Why they want to follow this? Why they want to be all off in the jungle with this man? And he tell them what to do, tell them when to get up, tell them when to lay down, tell them when to bark like a dog, bark like a big dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why these people? I was a kid and I'm traumatized because I remember that scared the shit out of me. Because I was like, I don't want to be around a group of people and they be trying to get me to drink some Kool-Aid with some cyanide in it. Just because a fool is telling them that he God or Jesus or whoever the hell that they want to follow, or that he's got the answer to the system of white supremacy, or that he's regurgitating what the ancestors have already laid before us. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go through that. That was very scary to me as a child, and I was traumatized by that, which leads to some of my kind of mental problems. But I'll be working on it because see, I got money. I pay for me to get some help. Some of y'all need to do something. Some of us just need to put y'all in the sane asylums. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the thing of the matter is, I started thinking we have no right to infringe upon people who don't want to be helped. We have no right to do that. There is somebody else. I live by this. Some will, some won't. Someone else is waiting. Some will want to be helped. Some do want to prosper, but some don't. So what? Someone else is waiting. Deal with the people who want to be helped. Who in the hell sits around trying to beat a dead horse? Who in the hell tries to lead a zombie and teach it how to feed it? That's like that movie Warm Bodies. Who the hell tried to take a warm body and try to make it a whole again? And it's people out there just ready to take in what you have to offer as a person. Period. You ain't gotta be no leader. You need to lead yourself. We need to be united independent. Okay, y'all need to go look that up. Neely Fuller Jr. He got a glossary to that book. I'm not supposed to break everything down to you. But you know what? What I did when I first got that information about Umar, I went and I just wrote a blog in my on my blog called The White Supremacy Problem, which is going to be a book that I'll probably release next year. But I went and wrote an excerpt on it because what I wanted people to know, and you can read it because I'm going to have it in the information section. I titled it Farewell to Coons, Crabs, and Cons. And you're like, why do you say farewell to coons, crabs, and cons? Because coons do this and cons do that and crabs in the bucket. How can you say farewell to that? The reason why I say farewell to that, because based on logic, how can you have a coon, crab, or even a con in that aspect? How can you have that? How can that reside in the governing global system of white supremacy? Because black people have no power. Black people have no power. We don't have any power. I don't care. They told me I was 3%. Try to be like, here you go. You now 3%. Okay, now go work your ass off for yourself. Until you can free yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's about all they did with us, who was doctors and stuff like that. The only thing that I really did get that was very phenomenal out of my work is exactly how white people enslaved us. And what they did, which was through research, because once I had to become a certified researcher, 15753 something, I don't remember what my number is. I need to update it. But anyway, once I became a researcher, I started researching and reading more information. Because see, white folks will tell you everything. It'd be right there in the books. Be like, we were able to enslave the black people and get them to be on the bottom through studying them intensively. But I'm paraphrasing. I think her name is T. Smith. I'll give you the works of that because I didn't make that up. But you know what? I learned this a while back. And I mentioned this in my videos. The one thing that was very common about white people is that white people will go to the bottom of the ocean to inspect a grain of sand because they gonna do their research. They need to know what's up. They gonna want to know what's going on because that's how they gonna stay in control and stay in power. But you know what? You can't even give a black man a book. When black people was getting killed for trying to read. And they be trying to read that Bible still. But you can't give a black man anything. He has to want it and want it for himself. And if you offer it and therefore he says he wants it, then you have engaged in a trading system, a transaction right there. Other than that, to me, you're just offending, just like the little white lady on The Walking Dead, who was angry after the man who saved her, a man who saved her, not a man who tried to save another man, she was very angry with him, until he died later on that he did save her and that she had to live a life in the zombie apocalypse because she wanted to die until she was an ember, So what I'm saying is go read that blog. Read that blog because you need to understand that in the governing global system of white supremacy, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a doctor like me, 3% or whatever the hell you want to be. We don't have no power. And this goes to say that means that all the leaders who have ruined themselves, the Umar Johnsons, the Ray Hagans, and all that their stuff, they ruined themselves. They did it to themselves. Didn't nobody do nothing to them? Can nobody with no power do something to somebody? You know, ain't no black folks calling niggas to court trying to make you write a response to some stupid bullshit you done. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no black folks trying to do that. You know, that's crazy. You know? I didn't even know anything about it. Somebody had to show me, and I really don't even give a damn. You know, do what the white men tell you to do. Answer the court and do what you're doing, go about your business. But I'm telling you, the man is done. And all this stuff about trying to go somewhere else and do something else, you know, that'll be taken care of too. You ain't gonna be able to go to African last too long. You'll be up there running around Boko Haram and all that kind of, be missing in the damn jungle and shit once they find out who this man is. You know, black folks in the American community let him make it. He might not make it outside this country. I done traveled a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? It's the people who just don't care. They ain't trying to be abiding by no government. They ain't scared of no white man. Shoot, they'll kill you and die on the sword and them doggone selves. You know what I'm saying? Because them people are hungry and they're desperate and they need, you know, some sustenance in their life, and they like shit. Everything to me is just do or die. So I done seen some things, but you know, in this case, you know, I just need people to just move on into 2018 and just be happy. Be happy. Why don't y'all go and move on over to my channel, the Bitcoin Cryptocurrency Doctor, and learn how to learn how to mine and to stake and to transfer into cryptocurrency and do what I call, it's a book that I've written. It's called How to Use the Blockchain to Break the Slave Chain, the Mental Slave Chain. Y'all gonna have to get that book. But you know, you guys need to move on, because this is so tiring. We have got an opportunity, as of basically a real big opportunity as of last year that we know of, further than I would even say the financial forex industry, to move and do a lot of things for ourselves. We got people that's turning $50 into $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lying. People who are investing and doing some smart things and then coming out on top, and they're able to do some things for themselves. And they got to go sit up and pay no $100 for no plate and sit up in no boring ass meetings like they sit up in church and be listening to some dry ass niggas talk about some shit that they just regurgitated, that we should have read about. The ancestors done did the research and done left us, and they just plagiarizing and regurgitating all of that stuff from them former psychologists and the former psychiatrists and former psychologists and stuff, and educated people done already read that stuff. And it was like, oh, how can you just keep saying all that stuff? You know that Dr. Crosswell said that. You know that Neely Fuller said that. You know, yeah, I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, but y'all know, I know who's in my head. I'll probably come to it later. Y'all know them psychologists and the psychiatrists, you know, those who said all those things that paved the way for us. You know, they left us a lot of good information, and we should pay homage to them, because, you know, in my works, I do. And I'm going to stand by my work for the rest of my life. But I want to see a lot of people move, you know, those who can move from this mental slavery into trying to work towards self-sustaining, independent work, independent research, independent use of logic, to try to work and pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. I use that a lot because I'm Doc Beaty and I live in Texas. Yeah, I'm not boot toting, gun carrying, you know, and I'm proud about that. But you know, we just need to move on. It's a time. It's a time where we are able to do things for ourselves. If we are at a time in life where we don't need the government system to do financial transactions, we can now do peer-to-peer transactions on the blockchain, then we sure don't need no more Al Sharptons and, you know, these leaders and pastors and all this. This is the life of the self-sustaining human being. You know what I'm saying? Use the logic that you came into this world with, and your brain, your cognitive tissues, to help you to move forward. You don't need nobody else to guide you. You know, and those people who are zombies and they need that and they want that, let them have them things that they want. You know, sooner enough or later, some of us will do some philanthropy work and build some psychiatric systems for them people to go get help if they want. But you can't make people get help if they don't want the help. You just can't make people. People, they done told you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Now, I done talked so much. Because that's what I do. I mean, that's what I'm a professor. I can talk for 1 hour solid. Probably would take maybe 5 or 6 breaths. You know, and I love it. I can filibuster a bill, but I ain't into politics. But yeah, I really want y'all to take this serial mind killer thing serious and beware, because this is now an Amber Alert. I'm gonna call it an Amber Alert. And you be like, well, the Amber Alerts are for kids. Well, I mean, majority of kids is the one that get kidnapped, you know. Um, you guys understand this, the pedophile rings, the Pizzagate, the homosexuality problems that we're having in society. And and I'm throwing out some cute keywords to Pizzagate. You never know who you're dealing with these days. You never know what type of people you're dealing with. You need to listen to keywords. That's something that doctors really learn. We learn to really listen. Even though I talk so much, I do got 2 ears. I do listen just as much as I do talk. And I do listen for frequency in words. And you need to start listening to frequency in words. When people are talking, listen to the frequency of the words and the things that they say. And also look at the things that they do with other people that seem just so unnatural. Okay. And I'm not sitting here attacking, gay people or anything like that. I'm not attacking anybody, but I'm just saying, if you going to do what you want to do what you want to do. But you can't do what you want to do and be me. That's all I got to say. Can't be with the doc. Can't roll the doc and do what you want to do. But I got one last thing for y'all. I'm at 30 minutes because I am excited. This is my last video about this shit. This is my last video about this man. And then y'all just going to be seeing me have fun and doing things with my kids on this channel and doing things with my grandbabies on this channel because I'm a happy granny and, living the fabulous rich life of cryptocurrency. Y'all going to see me doing some good things for black people. I always been doing good things for black people because I love black people. I love being black. I just told y'all, I just been delivered from nigga Itis. I done got out the nigga Itis treatment center. And they done gave me some medicine, and I done learned the hard way that they ain't gave me nothing because y'all so silly. Y'all believe that I did do something and the white man tried to really give me something. No, I just took some time for reflection and just, talk to myself. Talk to self. I talked to myself and said, self, Chantell, you need to just stop. Move on. Just separate yourself and move on from that. Okay? Go and enjoy your life. You got a wonderful husband. You got beautiful children. You got beautiful grandbabies. You've done well for yourself, and now you're going to help people do well for themselves. And so, that's just what my life is going to be. And that's what this channel is going to be about. So if you want to hear some shit, some mess, and some crazy ass shit on here that ain't got nothing to do with me, take me off. How do you do it? Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, unfollow, block me, and unfriend me on Facebook. Do that too. Because I got them sneak disses on there. I know people who think my ice ain't cold. They always think the white man's ice is colder than mine. I got them sneak disses on there because there was some sneak disses on there that was trying to show the little shit from Umar and then try to have some crazy stuff to say about it. They were just trying to sneak this on the slide. But you know what? Unfriend me, block me, unsubscribe to me on this channel because this is going to be some good stuff on here. And people that's going to be listening to this channel going forward after today, January the 4th, 2018, okay? It's going to be some happy, good, fun stuff, that we are allowed to do in the governing global system of white supremacy until we can change things. But you know what? The doc done wrote some stuff that might just gonna help to that cause because I'm too like Neely full of self stand by my work. And my work is about producing justice. It's about overturning the system. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. I'm not scared now. I'm not scared to go against the system now. But you know what? We got some things in place that we can get off of that doggone chain that's like around that little elephant and stuff like that. We pull that stake up and so y'all better start staking in some Bitcoin. But I'm going to read something to y'all and I'm going to end this because I'm at 32 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay. And I know that the average man cannot pay attention and listen to something for about 10 minutes. I know that I'm educated, but I want to leave you with this right here. And this is from one of my favorite books. And I cited this book in my book, How to Use the Blockchain to Break the Slave Chain. This book is called Propaganda. This book was copywritten in about 1928. I'm getting older. I need to put my glasses on, be trying to be cute and stuff. But 1928, and it was written by Edward Bernays. And those people who are well versed in psychology, usually by the time you're a doctor, took a lot of psychology courses, which is why mental serial killers can, use the psychology and psychiatry to get over on zombies or pre-zombies or warm bodies. But anyway, Edward Bernays and was a cousin to Sigmund Freud. But this here, I cited this in my book. And I'm going to leave y'all with this one paragraph, because y'all going to go read my blog, but I'm going to leave you with this one paragraph right here. I want you to think of this. This is on page 48 of the book Propaganda, starting in the second paragraph. Let's read. Sound like a preacher. Okay. It says, universal literacy was supposed to educate the common man to control his environment. Once he could read and write, he would have a mind fit to rule. So ran the Democratic agenda, or the Democratic doctrine. But instead of a mind, universal literacy has given him rubber stamps. Okay? Go look at what a rubber stamp looks like. Rubber stamps inked with advertising slogans, with editorials, with published scientific data, with the trivialities of the tabloids and the platitudes of history, but quite innocent of original thought. Quite innocent of original thought. Your own personal original thought. Logic, okay? That you were born with. Your own thought. You don't need nobody to think for you. You can think for yourself, okay? Don't say I ain't trying to help y'all. Each man's rubber stamps are the duplicates of millions of others. So that when those millions are exposed to the same stimuli, all received identical imprints. Beware of the same stimuli that a lot of you guys are being exposed to. Ending up with the same imprints. Warm bodies and zombieism. It may seem an exaggeration to say that the American public gets most of its ideas in the wholesale fashion. Now notice it said the American public. Traveling all over the world, a lot of people look to us Americans. And that's why a lot of people in other countries who have certain religions and stuff like that getting in trouble, women getting in trouble, people getting in trouble, because they're listening to the Western ways and Western culture that we do things. So America has always been the leading forefront of the rest of the world. And people through media and propaganda, they always look at us and see what we do, even as African Americans. They do that. And Dr. Chancellor Wilson did say in the back of his book, he did talk to you. I know y'all didn't read that plan in the back of Dr. Chancellor's book. I'm the only bookworm and nerd who reads all of that stuff. I can't get my 6 people together, but I ain't going to bother nobody, like he said. But I tried to do with Dr. Ben and all the ancestors and Dr. Clark and all of them that I love that made me the doctor that I am today, not working for nobody but myself. I try to do those things, but it takes more than one person, and I really had to stick by Neely Fuller's concept, which was united independent, and we're not gonna get together unless we gonna know what we're gonna accomplish. Okay, otherwise we don't even need to be fucking with each other. Okay, unless we gonna get together and we gonna accomplish something. All right. So my thing is the Americans, and what Dr. Chancellor Williams was saying, that it was going to take the Black American would be the lead, or was supposed to be, if he was fit to rule, okay, through education. I'm not talking about systemic education. I mean, Carter G. Woodson told you that you don't need no systemic education in his book, The Miseducation of the Negro, that you didn't need a systemic education to be educated. You ain't got to be like me without trying to be greedy in 360 degrees, got street sense, book sense, logic sense, common sense, psychiatric sense. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying spiritual sense. Y'all be channeling the ancestors to know what to do and move forward. You can do your thing. You ain't got to go and get on the systemic sense, that just answered a lot of questions that I have for myself. And I got some understanding that I needed to do, because I nearly full of said, unless you understand the system of white supremacy, everything else is just going to confuse you. And I ain't confused. No more. I'm not confused no more. But anyway, he said that it was going to take a lot of us to partner together with the diaspora into making things better for us as a whole. But I'm working on that. But let me read you this last part here. This is the last sentence, and then I'm going to go. Some people talking for an hour. I'm almost at 40 minutes. Okay, this is the last sentence. The mechanism by which ideas are disseminated. Okay, disseminated means sent across, on a large scale is propaganda. That's the name of the book, Propaganda. I want y'all to remember that word, propaganda. I want y'all to go Google that word, propaganda. I want y'all to go look for this book. Okay, I want y'all to read this book, because y'all gonna trip out. Y'all